Hey there, class. Mr. Barroso here. I wanted to walk you through the directions for making your bulletin board slide for our English 9 Honors mini project here. I'll walk you through steps 1, 2, 3. They're nice and easy, I promise. First step, click on the plus sign in the upper left corner above the number 1 slide. That's going to make your own slide here. Just as simple as clicking that, and it makes a new slide. Or hit Control M if you're feeling fancy. Step 2, put your name on the slide. See my example. My example at the bottom here. I have my name up here in the center. What you want to do to create your name on your slide is you want to go up here to our bar of different tools, click on text box. Then we're going to click and drag over this area, and we're going to put your name right here. Now that doesn't really stick out too much against the corkboard, so I recommend changing the font to something a little bit more exciting, something that stands out a little bit more. That'll be easier to read. Feel free to center if you wish. You can change your alignment, change your font, change your color, whatever you want, as long as I can clearly read your name. That'll be helpful for the project. All right, we're on to step 3. Add at least 5 pictures, clip art, quotes, or anything appropriate that represents you. Now for this, we can go about this a couple different ways. If you have pictures already on your phone, you can always upload those. I can show you how to search for them as well too. But let me take you on a quick tour of mine to give you an idea of what kind of pictures or images we might want to use in our own examples. So these are all things that are important to me or represent me in some way or another. Remember, that's the purpose, is for us to get a chance to understand who you are. So for instance, I've got this picture of me holding this tomato. This is from my garden. I like to garden, and I have a very small one in my backyard that was pretty successful this year. The next one I have is a poster from the Complete Works of Shakespeare Abridged, and this is from a play that I directed. I am one of the directors of the drama department here, so that's important to me because I love directing. This is my dog Kingsley, and this is his octopus. This is my favorite of my pets. Don't tell my rabbits or my hedgehog, but Kingsley's amazing, and he will feature in plenty of visuals throughout the year, trust me. Over here, we have the inner workings of a guitar pedal that I built. I like building things. I love music. So this summer, I started working on how to study schematics and solder things, and it's been a great project. If you have an interest in those things, it's really easy to get into. I recommend it. Farming too. Now, I've got this big space that's available with nothing on it. Let's say I don't have a picture on my camera that I can use. What can I do? Well, let's go up here to Insert. Let's go to Image and search the web. Now, I'm going to look for Eastern Michigan University because that's where I graduated from, EMU. Now, of course, these are pictures of emus. This is not where I went to school, but either way, same spelling. Eastern Michigan University. So I've got a picture here of the library that I like a great deal. I pop that in here. As a lit major, I spent many, many hours in the library, and if you decide to study literature, you will too. All right, now I could resize this if I wanted to, but I'm going to try to crop this to make this fit into that space. So if you have a picture that's way too big, double click it, and now we can take these sides, kind of smush them in. You can bring them down in the corners too if you want. Well, it'd be a little too much, but you know what? That's okay. Oh, and fantastic. Click away from it to stop cropping. Let me show you that again. So I'm cropping, making all my changes. Let's say I'm done cropping. Just click away from the picture, and now we have the cropped version. I'll shrink that down a little, and there we are. The clock tower from the library. Now there's something missing here. We have a corkboard, but we don't have any pins. Let's add those in and make it look a little bit fancier. If I search for transparent pin, I can find these pictures here. Let's take this guy and put it right here by the tomato. I want to resize that a little bit. Now, because there isn't a background on this picture, and we want to have it kind of standing on top, there are a couple things we can do. You can search for a transparent pin, or if you want to get technical, what we're looking for is a PNG. Just take transparent out and just look for pin PNG. It's a file type. It has no background. It's easy to lay on top of things. Like this guy here. Let's do this one too, just for variety's sake. Yep. So again, just like the other one, either looking for transparent or a PNG. We shouldn't have a background. We can just pop it right on top of our piece here. Now, if for some reason you're having difficulty. Let's say that you put this down and the pin is behind the picture for some reason. All you have to do to change the order of objects is to select it, right-click, and go to order. So if I bring this backward, or if I send this, to the back, we won't be able to see it anymore. It's behind the picture. So let's click on our pin. There he is, right back there. Whoops, I clicked the tomato instead, sorry. There we go. And we're going to right-click it and send it to the front. Now it's on top. So feel free to add pins to your pictures as well. In the final version of mine, you'll notice that I'll have pins in all of these. And feel free to add, again, at least 5 pieces of art that tell us a little something about you. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys put together. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. Send a message on Google Classroom if you have to. I will help out, I promise.